Push on the beat.
Shakchisa, come back with me, dear. Kaune, shakaitike kula wayo, mayutaka kumbuka, anzi kumandio ndio, anzi anopikisa wese tombate kwio, yaiba herere, machirita mchio, irikuta urane anufunge bwezi shaka wanda, bamwe banotigeza da kumisa shikananda, shiri kumeta kou, ifanika anakonda, taona paso udana na tironi komanda, kotitaka chamuka, titaka buka, wachira tita utinye kunga mai asuka, pesa neku saida chiti anorita luka, asima tirama bwezi jinu zaiti, vengo titaka chamuka, titaka buka, wachira tita utinye kunga mai asuka, pesa neku saida chiti anorita luka, asima tirama bwezi jinu zaiti, kaka una vema sauti, pamuku wini mandela, machi inbaka son, anzi uyasidelela, kula wayo ishi panya jinu, anzi siyangena, banu bachinja uno kuita kunge John Cena. Yuti mumaroti bari kukanda matombo basingoti siyangena bari kuchisa segena mayuta kakumbuka apasisura gachuka anza anoti misa tomu krisa maburupa ngoti takachamuka twendete takabuka vachira titautinye kunda mai asuka pesa nekusaida chichi anorita luka asimatira mabwezi chinu zaiti vaingoti takachamuka twendete takabuka vachira titautinye kunda mai asuka pesa nekusaida chichi anorita luka asimatira mabwezi zvinu zvaitika makaune zvakaitike bula wayo mayutaka kumbuka anzi koma ndiyo anzi anopikisa wese tombate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza mchiro iri kutaura neanopfunge bwezi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gou ifanika anakonda taona pazoudana na
Right, 26 May 2025. And today, I'm so sorry for the late appearance. What has happened is that over the past hour, I've been meeting with the lawyers of Nyoka. And as you know, Nyoka is currently in jail. And he has been in jail since the 14th of April. So on the 14th of April, Nyoka was abducted and we could not find him. On the 17th of April, I started to look for Nyoka, and on Saturday, the 19th, I found Nyoka at Sun City Prison. So on the day when Nyoka was abducted, on the 14th, I received a message from someone very close to the people around Nyoka, and they told me that Nyoka had been arrested and he had been abducted from Port Elizabeth, and he was currently in Johannesburg. So I looked for him and we found him. And after we found him, we discovered that Nyoka did not have any lawyers. So I hired a set of lawyers who were recommended for us as a law clinic. So there was no money required for the appearance except for a small amount to cover their disbursements. Afterwards, we obviously went to court. And on arrival at court, we found that Nyoka already had a lawyer, Mr. Machingura. So he did very well, a good job to cover this case. And from that time to now, which is almost a month, I've been working with the team on a daily basis. And we've also raised funds here after being given the mandate by Nyoka to do so. And there are other people who've been working with us. For example, people like Saruaka and Mzingwa, and another team that is behind the scenes. So there are many people behind the scenes that many of you don't know. So there are many people behind the scenes and many stakeholders in this whole situation. Last week, there was drama at court when we saw a new lawyer who arrived at court. You can see that lawyer that arrived there, right behind me. And the two lawyers on the right are the lawyers that we've been working on the case. And obviously afterwards, she went away and the situation ended like that. Over the weekend, I got a call and had discussions with some of the people that hired this lawyer. And my understanding is that this lawyer was already paid for, but we didn't know where the money was coming from. So at that point, we didn't know where the money was coming from. However, today it has become clear where the money was coming from. Initially, it was said to us that the money was coming from Tagure's lawyers and people like that. So there was a connection. But this morning, the original lawyers have received a phone call. And during this phone call, they were told that this lady that you see is now the official lawyer who is going to be representing Nyoka. She already has the document and the court papers and the court case, everything that relates to the court case. She already has those papers, that paperwork. So it appears to me as if someone within the group around Nyoka did indeed hire these lawyers, but they did not want to take responsibility on this particular day. So during my attempts to set up these meetings, and you might ask yourself, why was I attempting to set up these meetings? So when we go to court, there is absolutely no one there except myself and the lawyers. Most of the guys who are within the team that works with Nyoka are afraid to come to court. So they are afraid to set foot at court. They won't do it because of fear. So normally it's me and the lawyers, and also because Nyoka needs to see someone familiar that he knows at court. If I'm not there, who is there for Nyoka to see? Who is there for everyone to see? So normally people come around me, they gather around me so that they see at least there's someone there at court that they know. And also you get publicity on the case. So what has happened is there is a political party that is involved here. And I'll eventually show you the names of the people involved. But there is a political party involved, and there is a political party leader who approached me earlier in the case and offered to assist when there was a search for the documents. And he said to me he was going to come back, never did come back. And it appears to me he is the one that is paid for this lawyer. And I do not know, this political party is not a popular political party. It's a small political party. I've never seen the activities of this political party, but it appears they do have the capacity to pay the legal fees. So on Thursday, after what happened today, so the lawyers, our lawyers, the original lawyers, have been told that they can no longer continue with this case, and this has been handed over to the new lawyer here, and the prosecutors and Home Affairs are already working with the new lawyer. And therefore, the mandate for the current lawyers or the original lawyers is ended. So, unfortunately, you cannot just say your mandate is ended. You have to go to a process. So you have to go to court, and the current lawyers must hand over to the new lawyers. According to South African law, that is my understanding of what needs to happen. So on Thursday, what is going to happen is that the current lawyers are going to go and hand over to the new lawyers here. And as for my part of raising funds for this whole situation, my part is over, and I also don't need to travel up and down to Cape Town, from Cape Town to Johannesburg, Cape Town to Johannesburg at a heavy expense. So everything is now handed over to these new guys. I don't know who they are. I don't have details of how they got into the case. And our lawyers are going to do the handover, and I'll let you guys know what happens. So this is the current situation. If you go to the Nyokayemambhunu group, there has been an announcement to the effect that money has been paid to these lawyers or to another set of lawyers. I do not know, because I've asked Sarawaka to explain and he has not explained to me. So as far as I'm concerned, he is going to explain because he has got the platform He's got the platform to do so. So he's going to explain what has happened, who he has paid money to, and who are the lawyers. And then we see on Thursday what is going to happen. Remember, guys, my job was to find Nyoka. And I did my job during the time when many people were saying that we were lying, that Nyoka was abducted. I persisted and said Nyoka was abducted, and therefore we had to search for him. And indeed, we did find him. And this is the current situation as it stands. Unfortunately, I can't say anymore because this is as much as I know. Nyoka has new lawyers who I've never met. We have never met the current lawyers. They've never discussed. And the current lawyers, the only money that they've been paid out of that invoice that I showed you is the money that we've raised here. So there is an outstanding amount, and we are therefore going to hand over the invoice to Sarwaka and the guys so that they can pay up the outstanding invoice up to Thursday. And then my part will be to report. So if I'm able, I'll go to Johannesburg. If I'm not able, I'll let you guys know remotely what has happened. And I think at this point, this is all that I have to say. Let's look at the comments very, very quickly. You are counterintelligence, Gambakwe, and spoiling the Nyoka case. Get out of the way. People don't want to see you. What is counterintelligence, Philemon? Counterintelligence and Gambakwe, as we make a sense. Do you think I will leave a platform where I talk to thousands and thousands of people to work for counterintelligence? That is lies. There is no person who has done more for Nyoka than myself, including raising funds here for Nyoka. And what I want to say, guys, is eventually you are going to see and understand Mnangagwa. If you don't understand Mnangagwa, you are going to see him, and you're going to understand Mnangagwa, what kind of person he is. Gambagwe come clean. They're forced to hand over. Is there any threats? They are not forced to hand over. They are fired. Do you understand what I mean? So the group around Nyoka has gone to these lawyers and told them that they no longer have the mandate to represent Nyoka. They cannot force themselves on the case. They are fired. They won't come back. And as of today, Nyoka has got no lawyers as far as I'm concerned. The paperwork which was being worked on today, they just finalized the paper and I saw the paperwork. What is called a responding affidavit. That paper, they can't hand it over to the court. It's over. So that is the situation as it stands. And what I want you guys to say, what I want to say is Mnangagwa, many people don't know him. Mnangagwa is not someone that you can play with. He's not going to allow the genuine people to help Nyoka. And eventually, most of you are going to see what I'm talking about. You think the abduction of Nyoka was a joke. You think the abduction of Nyoka was to play games. You think the abduction of Nyoka and his disappearance was a fluke. All I can say to you guys is, what is happening here is big. This is a matter of life and death for Mnangagwa. And do you think Mnangagwa is going to allow Nyoka to come out? The question that is hanging is, do you really think Mnangagwa is going to allow Nyoka to come out? So all I want to say is be very, very careful about what's going to happen. Then some threats here. This time, Mkawako quote Unoro Wachete. Anderson, do you think I've been running a media house for all these years to be afraid? Do you think I'm afraid? When you see me, do you think I've got any fear in my heart? You're going to see me at court, and I'll come out of court and I'll come and sit here, and I'm not going to be threatened in South Africa. If I'm getting threatened in South Africa, I might just as well go back to Zimbabwe. So I won't be afraid, and bring it on. Bring your guys. Tiwone, who's going to beat me up in South Africa? You think this is Zimbabwe, where you just beat up people, and you think beating up people is something special? You look at this Varakashi. you think beating up people and abducting people is something important. Mosemesa, Mosemesa, Zvigananda, Mnangagwa, Arkuraya vanhu nenzara, varoi, vakabroka, Gatitangi kubroka. I want to show you guys kuti Ndanana akabroka, Mnangagwa akabroka, Auxilia akabroka, Sean akabroka, Kuda akabroka, Janu Masara, Emerson Jr. akabroka, atabasa now. And I want you guys to understand, if you want to be on the right side, resist Mnangagwa, resist him with all your force. Do not fall or do not sell out to Mnangagwa. I will never sell out to Mnangagwa. And that is final. I will not do it. And those who want to do it can do so. So I'd like to thank all of you. As you can see, Isusu, we stay on the right side. We're not going to go on the side of Zvigananda. Those who want to go, they can go. Right, I think I've covered it. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. And that is in the morning, 5 o'clock every day. I know most of you have been on holiday and are preparing to go to work. You can almost be sure that we're going to be back here with the latest, and let this play out. Let this situation play out, and let's see what happens. Just take the 30 pieces of silver already. Mkoma 101, I will never take the 30 pieces of silver myself. Let those who want to take 30 pieces of silver take it. I will never do it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the morning, and a good night to you all.
Zvigananda zviri kumedza gold ifanika anaconda taona bazo kuda nana tironi komanda ngoti takajamuka 20